All right, my friend. So this is the first time that I'm actually doing the vlog, watching from home, as Orlando City is away in Colorado. An impressive first half, I think. Orlando City not playing with any of its DPs at the moment, dealing with the altitude. Colorado, a dangerous team, but Pedro Galese keeping Orlando City in the game. Also, Orlando City had beautiful chances that I think that have been unlucky, basically catching players, shooting with their weak foot, or overshooting their intended target. As you probably know, altitude makes the ball go further, faster, burns the lung. So altitude here playing a lot of a big factor with Orlando City. But again, this is an Orlando City that is bare bones without the guys that get paid the big bucks to make magic happen. To me, that's very important as the season moves along, because as the season moves along, we're gonna have injuries, we're gonna have suspensions, we're gonna have national duty, and in the past, Orlando City tends to completely break down every single time that the DPS are not there or that a particular player is missing out. So this is very important as we chart the rest of the season. So right now, 0-0 for Orlando City versus Colorado. We'll have to see what happens in the next 45.
In Orlando throw as the ball came off Nicholson. No changes for either side at halftime. Meanwhile, right into the box off the throw for Akindelli, but he was offside.
That came off a throw. That's illegal there.
Well, I don't know. I think there might have been a pass.
And that's exactly what Tesho Akinelli is complaining of.
Yeah.
That if it's off a throw in,
let's see.
You can be offside positionally. And that's why you see the frustration of Tesho Akinelli. And you can see Sebas Mendes as well. Unless there's something that we didn't see, and that's why the referee is going to do a drop kick.
So Orlando robbed of a chance there at the end of 90. Not quite there yet. Here's Urso to Perea. Plays it in behind Chris Mueller. Orlando level. And it's Chris Mueller who picks up the Lions' first goal of 2020.
And this is just a gorgeous ball from Andres. How important now, Evan, is that slight tackle by Antonio Carlos in the middle of the box to keep things level and continue to give hope to Orlando City. Those are things that go unnoticed at times because you're looking at the goals, you're looking at the assist.
Oh, Nicholson here as Janssen tried to get it clear, but Chris Mueller makes the defensive play.
And if this score stays, there are many defensive performances, many clear and opportunistic plays throughout the match that have become so valuable to Orlando City to be able to be level right now.
Well, Antonio Carlos has done such a job on Kai Kamara tonight. What an addition Antonio Carlos appears to be to this team, the Rio de Janeiro native. Celebrating his birthday today. In fact, he turns 27 years old. And Orlando City has 2 more birthdays.
Let me see if I get it right.
Coming up on Tuesday.
Parabéns. Parabéns, Antonio Carlos. That means congratulations. You're welcome, Evan. In Portuguese.
Price received from Drew Moore. Colorado pushing for a late winner. Into Rubio. Nicholson in behind. And Mendes timed it well enough to win a corner for Colorado. Jonathan Lewis is going to be the final sub for Colorado here in injury time. And we're hearing Nicholson. Yes, it is going to be Nicholson coming off. So that'll be Sam Nicholson's last action of the match. Jonathan Lewis, U.S. men national team player. 6 caps for Greg Berhalter. Made his debut last year. He was acquired for a boatload of $650,000, which is now GAM, and an international spot for New York City FC. He just didn't get on with Dome Tarrant, the then head coach in New York City, but he's been great for Colorado. Price turns it in, header on, and Colorado's Drew Moore puts them in the lead in the 90th minute.
All right, my friends. So a very disappointing ending to the game. Orlando City managed to tie the game and quite possibly leave Colorado with a point. But in very Orlando City fashion, we allow a player that has not scored in years to basically get the game winner. Last year, this happened in several locations where at the death of games, or at least on the last 15 minutes of the games, we allowed the result to change from a win to a tie to a loss. And it's very disappointing when your team loses, especially when you think you're going to be adding points to the table. If I can see anything positive about the night, we have to remember that a lot of key pieces were missing. Not having Nani these first two games has handicapped our season big time, which I don't understand why he got punished for something that a lot of players do, which is to argue with the ref. And I understand they say that he pushed him with the chest or whatever, but for them to decide that the punishment was going to follow Orlando City to the new season definitely sets us back. That said, these first two opponents were Western teams, so we don't affect our table that much. We affect our race towards the playoffs, but we don't benefit anybody else. So next game at home, we're going to be playing against Chicago, who had a tie last minute today. But if you look at the table, there's teams that have not been picking up points. To me, the greatest surprise is New York City, who has been, aside from their first season where they failed to make playoffs, has been in trouble, not picking up points. So Orlando City has to capitalize on that, and they have to see that there's teams that are going to be concerned with CCL or that are having a bad start of the season. So we did not play in Colorado with all of our three DPs on the pitch. That this is very critical because this is how we know if our team can pick up points without the stars. Here today they almost did, but one of the things that fans have been screaming about since the beginning of the season, and before actually during the preseason, is that our team's strikers are failing to score goals, and we don't have very offensive threats. In this game today, you saw how Orlando City kept a clean sheet for about 75% of the game, but eventually you concede. That's just how the game is. You eventually gonna make a mistake or whatever, and you're gonna concede. And then it's very difficult to come back from that, which we managed to do. And unfortunately, we were 5 minutes away from leaving Colorado with a point. That said, Colorado is a team that Orlando City has been very successful against. The last two times that we played them, once in Colorado and once in Orlando, we have taken points away from them. We won both games, but this time it wasn't in the cards. That's how football is. Football is cruel and unpredictable. And we are, there's no excuse for losing. Team loss and back to the table. I know our detractors are going to be like, yep, same old Orlando City, and they're probably right now on our timeline trashing us, but it's just part of what it is. They never want us to see succeed, and I don't understand why, because, well, whatever. So that said, it's back to the drawing table for Oscar Pareja, and next week, hopefully, we'll be getting Nani back. Definitely needed. And we probably need to sort this out about our attack. As of right now, I think basically what Orlando City will do if they fail to get a DP level striker to come into the team is just play the season, and hopefully that we stay in the thick of it, between 7th and 9th place, and then make the addition in the off season. To make the change in the summer window, and then make a push for playoffs. Other teams have done this before. and it has been highly successful. I just don't see us being any different. So we'll see what happens. So this is week 2, loss in Colorado. Next game is gonna be at home against Chicago. First Eastern foe that we are going to be playing against. Definitely need to pick up 3 points at that point. A winnable game, and especially now with Nani. Even if we don't get Dom Dwyer back, I think with Nani we can create dangerous chances, especially at home. In MLS, playing at home definitely has a huge advantage. With that said, vamos Orlando. Thank you for watching the vlog, and we'll see what the next week brings. The purpose of this vlog is just to chronicle the ups and downs. This is the down. We'll see what next week brings. Thank you, guys.